Welcome to the Positive Impact Podcast, where we dive into the world of movers, shakers, and changemakers, creating a positive impact on the world. This is your host, Alexandra Black-Pollock, and together we're going to tackle real issues, discovering how we can make the world a better place. Thanks for joining us for another Stories from the Field episode where we're connecting with different people who are able to drive home the impact of organizations and their work around the globe. If you're looking for tactical ways to move forward and make this type of impact in your endeavors, then you need to check out Journey to Social Entrepreneurship, an entire event designed to harness the power of service and move forward towards successful social enterprise. Check that out and unlock all of the recordings, my free gift to you, at journeytosocialentrepreneurship.com. And with that, we've got some incredible stories on the line today. Well, movers and shakers, I am so excited to have with me today Satish from Happy Planet to really drive home the impact of Sarah's work with International Blessings. He is in Bangalore, South India, where he runs Happy Planet, an event management company. But what is really exciting is recently he connected with different artisans in his community who are making incredible products, which is how he got connected with Sarah. Satish, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Alexandra. It's an honor.
So really fast, can you tell us a little bit about your event management company, Happy Planet?
Yes, so Happy Planet was birthed in the year 2011 by me and a few of my peers from the church. So these are young boys who are about 21 years of age. So what really happened is that I had a job, but the guys who were with me were struggling to find one because they were still in college and they were trying to get some experience on what would look like after they graduate. Mm-hmm. So we started this event management company without even knowing what events were.
That's awesome.
True, because we had never done an event before that.
I have to admit that's very ambitious.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the funniest part is we didn't even know how to blow a balloon using a machine.
So I don't know what it's like in India, but those are pretty important to events here in the US. Like, that's kind of an event 101. You blow up balloons, make it beautiful.
Yes. So what really happened was that it was only us who knew that we didn't know anything about events. But we marketed it in such a way that people were so impressed with us. And we started, gaining their interest and their confidence. And we got our very first order from a local politician.
Oh.
So we were really scared not to mess the whole function. So we had to hire a few of our friends who were working for Pizza Hut.
Okay.
So they usually do birthday parties in the Pizza Hut. So they know how to decorate these parties with balloons.
They know how to blow up a balloon with a machine, is what you're telling me.
Yep. So I got hold of this friend and I asked him, can you just help us out for this event? So my friend, actually came over and he showed us how to use the machine to blow up the balloons, how to decorate the house and, the birthday cake table and stuff like that. So we actually learned our first blowing the balloon through our friend.
There you go.
So that is how Happy Planet started.
And how did that first event go?
The feedback was excellent.
Oh, good.
So soon after we finished the birthday party, the father of the boy was so impressed that he actually gave an order for us to do the wedding of his elder son.
Oh, so you're doing a politician event, you're doing weddings. Are you kind of just helping with any type of event that you get an order from?
Yes, actually we did a corporate promotion for a Samsung.
Wow.
So this was a product launch for them in the year 2013. So they approached us to launch a new television that they just launched in the market. So we did that for about 53 outlets in Bangalore. So
That's
that was
impressive.
a pretty big order from a very big company.
Well, congratulations. It's so exciting to see that this happy planet is prospering so much. And I have to admit, I really love this mentality of jump in and learning kind of as you go, because this is actually the same mentality that you had when you started diving into the fair trade space.
Thank you so much. Yes, and that is what the mentality was with me and with all my boys. And yes, I think it was a gamble.
So, how did you first start kind of even finding out about this fair trade space?
Yes, so I, apart from having my own company, I work for another organization. So for work, we had a meeting set up in the rural part of Bangalore. And while I was there for the meeting, we this was a 3-day meeting, and I finished the meeting. And during our lunch break, we were asked to move into the community and talk to people out there, and experience the culture, see what they do, how they do things, and stuffs like that. So during one of those visits to one of the local community there in the villages, that I came across a few young mothers actually sitting together in one of their houses and making these beautiful Christmas tree ornament.
Oh.
So September was the month which was somewhere close to Christmas, and I thought, okay, these ornaments are beautiful. So I just started inquiring about the product and how they make it and the cost and all of those things. And sadly, I got to know that they didn't have enough markets for their work. So I came back home. I sat with my boys and I spoke to them about how we could help them in promoting their stuff. So this all started as a corporate social responsibility of Happy Planet.
I
So
love
we
that.
wanted to do something for the community that we live in, and we thought it is really upon us as a local business to actually help our own people. So I went back to the village and I told them and I asked them the cost, and the cost was fairly on a higher side
Hmm.
because these were all handcrafted products. And I don't know, Alexandra, if you've seen one of our Christmas tree ornament.
I have
Uh,
not, but I would love photos to have and include in the show notes page.
I will make sure I will send a few to you. So one of these Christmas tree ornaments takes about 2 hours to make one.
That's an intensive process.
Yes, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I was really impressed with the work. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all your products, I'm going to try and market it outside to all the people that I know, to all our customers from the events, and they agreed.
And we have to say, you had some pretty effective marketing getting event planning gigs before you actually really knew what event planning was.
True, absolutely. So that is when I brought all the products and I paid them the money firsthand and then brought it from them.
Hmm.
So they didn't have to wait until I marketed for them. So I just took it on Happy Planet. So I started trying and selling it at the local market.
Hmm.
The responses was quite good, but I wouldn't say it matched the expectations that I had because of the cost involved.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of money going into just one Christmas tree ornament, which really people didn't appreciate a lot.
Hmm.
And also people here don't really value the handmade stuff, therefore that goes into making things by hand. So all I could do is reach out to my American friends, Australian friends, and see if they could really buy these ornaments and really help these people in the community.
Now, Satish, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there actually a very large percentage of individuals in India who celebrate Christmas?
There are definitely, yes. Not basically all are Christians in terms of they've accepted Christ and they follow him, but this has become like a general holiday
Okay.
where people just buy cake and celebrate it with friends, family, at work. Because as you might know, there are a lot of MNCs moving into India and the culture changes, so it's just okay for anyone to celebrate Christmas. So that
That
is the
does
culture.
help if you sell Christmas tree ornaments.
I wish I could. A lot of them. But yes, there are a lot of people who celebrate Christmas, but there are a lot of Orthodox people who don't even, call it Christmas
Mm,
because the traditions just don't allow them to do that.
got it. So moving into an American market was actually really important for the growth of this kind of corporate responsibility element of Happy Planet.
Yes, definitely yes. Because when I failed to find good markets in India, the only other option for me was US. Because I knew a lot of friends who would definitely support the cause, and also because of the exchange rate currently. So exchange rate played a huge role to to be able to sell this stuff outside India, which would really not make it that expensive.
So how did you get connected with Sarah?
Okay, so that's like a very short story. So while I was in the US, I made a friend in California, and she was Yvonne Reynolds, who is an advocate for Compassion International.
Cool.
And through, I actually reached out to Yvonne asking her if she would be interested in buying a few ornaments or if she knows any friends of her who would be interested. So that is when she put me across to Sarah, telling me that Sarah is interested. She actually works in helping third world artisans, by providing them with fair trade. So that is how we connected. And Sarah made her first purchase of jewelry, I probably think in December. And that is how we all started.
Exciting. And I know definitely a big season for you will be later this year, kind of moving into that October to December range.
I would keep praying for that.
Well, that is typically when most people look forward towards and purchase Christmas ornaments and different elements like that.
So true, yes.
So, can you tell us about the impact that purchasing these ornaments have on the different communities in India?
Yes. So basically, what happens is to reduce the cost of the product itself. Now, Happy Planet has decided that we are going to buy raw materials in bulk, which would reduce the cost and purchase, and then hand these raw materials to the women in the community who would in turn make these products for us. And by this, what happens is the burden on the young women out there reduces when they don't have to shell out money for raw materials and then have to find markets. So as of now, they just get paid for the products that they can make. And they're happy to make at least five a day.
Wow. That's a
That's
10-hour
like,
workday.
yes, yes. And in fact, we pay them better wages than the fixed standard by the government of India. So the women out there are happy because when you look at each testimonies that these women give, the father, he's addicted to alcohol and he's lost his job and or he doesn't go to a job, and they have two or three kids, and it's really sad to listen to such testimonies because I myself have gone through such condition at home when I was young, and I definitely know the pain, the struggle the mother has to take, just to raise their kids up. So these are all the mixed emotions that touched me to impact their lives. So one particular story is I reached out to this lady who is a Muslim in the community, and hers is just one of five Muslim families in the community, and the whole villagers look down upon them because they are Muslims, and the majority there are Hindus. So I reached out to her and I offering her a job, telling that if you could produce these products for me, I will pay you so that you can take care of your family. And I remember the first tears that dropped from her eyes, and she just told me and my boys that she would never ever forget this wonderful opportunity that we gave her. And I remember she fell sick, she had dengue, and she didn't have a dollar to go and consult a doctor. And we, as Happy Planet, were so happy. When we went to her, we met with her, we gave her the money that she would need to consult the doctor. And she just told her, like, if we were not in that place at that moment, she may have never seen us again. And these are small things that we've just started doing, and I'm really happy that we are able to touch at least a few lives through our work.
Satish, the work you guys are doing in your community and really empowering different individuals is truly inspiring.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you.
I so appreciate your time today and for connecting with me at like 10 o'clock at night in India. This has been a powerful story, and I am so excited to share photos of the work that you guys are doing with our listeners.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would appreciate that.
How do our listeners connect directly with Happy Planet?
So we do not have a website yet, but we are on Facebook. I could share the link. It's Happy Planet Events. So the whole page is dedicated only to events. So we do not have anything to do with the fair trade and stuff like that. But we are still planning on adding another new page which would be dedicated for fair trade and all the other things that we do with handicrafts. So as of now, the only option for the viewers is to reach out to us on Happy Planet page on Facebook or my personal email address.
Well, we will definitely include all of that in the show notes page, as well as links to Sarah's international blessings. Satish, as I mentioned earlier, it is so admirable and just so exciting how you're really diving into a space and then letting all of the pieces come together as you just charge ahead. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Well, movers and shakers, I am just so excited to share a story of a gentleman who saw a need in his community and built out a corporate responsibility sector in his business in order to help address that issue. So inspiring. And I do hope you go to our show notes page to see the photos of these absolutely stunning ornaments that are handcrafted with 2 hours to make it a beautiful Christmas decoration. Check it out at positiveimpactpodcast.com/stories/happyplanet. Also, if you want to change up your newsfeed and just add a daily dose of positivity, check out our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/positiveimpactcommunity. Until next time, keep doing your part to make the world a better place.